It was the inaugural day of South Africa's first democratic, non-racial government.
Don't be alarmed, my young friends. I am Nelson Mandela, and I heard you discussing my life story. I thought I'd share it with you myself.
Mr. Mandela, is this real? Are you here to tell us about your journey?
Yes, Arif. It's my honor to talk to you. Let's begin with a historic moment, May 10, 1994. That was the day I was sworn in as the first black president of South Africa. It was the beginning of a new era for our nation.
What was that day like?
Oh, Mira, it was unforgettable. The ceremony took place at the Union Buildings in Pretoria. I stood before a crowd that included both my countrymen and leaders from all over the world. I saw joy and hope in their eyes. The chains of apartheid were finally broken.
But apartheid, what exactly was it?
Arif, apartheid was a cruel system of racial segregation. Black South Africans like me were treated as inferior. We couldn't vote, live in certain areas, or even use the same facilities as white people. It stripped us of our dignity and rights.
That's terrible. How did you decide to fight against it?
It wasn't a decision I made alone, Mira. I joined the African National Congress, ANC, to fight for justice. Many of us believed that freedom wasn't just a right, it was a necessity. But our path wasn't easy. We faced arrests, torture, and death.
And you were imprisoned for 27 years. How did you survive that?
Yes, Arif. Prison was difficult, but it gave me time to reflect and strengthen my resolve. I kept reminding myself that our fight wasn't just for us, it was for generations to come. I also found courage in my fellow prisoners who stood by me.
When you were released, didn't you feel angry at those who oppressed you?
Forgiveness was the key to moving forward, Mira. I knew that holding on to anger would poison our future. To unite a divided nation, I had to let go of bitterness and work towards reconciliation.
That's incredible. What does freedom mean to you now?
Freedom, Arif, isn't just about personal liberty. It's about ensuring that everyone can live with dignity and equal rights. No one is truly free if others around them are still oppressed.
Your story is so inspiring, Mr. Mandela. What message would you like us to remember?
Remember, my young friends, courage isn't the absence of fear but the triumph over it. Stand up for justice, even when it's difficult. Build a world where equality and compassion are your guiding principles.
Was that real? Or did we imagine it?
I don't know, Arav. But what an amazing lecture it was. Let's head home. I'll be thinking about this all evening.
Me too. Mandela's story feels like a guide for life. And hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more.